Link in my bio on Instagram.
Hold on, let me repeat the question just so it can be easy to cut. You ready? It's recording.
And if I point up, like, can you put the link there too?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, I'll do that.
Perfect. So let me see. I'm gonna look at you when I say it. Ready? And tell them where they can find everything at.
You can find on my website, which will be right here, incrementum/shop.site, I believe is what it is. And then at Instagram, just do it again one more time. Hold on. Yeah. Keep it nice and simple.
And let them know where they can find everything at again.
The website will be right here above my finger. So.
Perfect. Y'all already know we back at y'all with another one. It's the host of the Let It All Out podcast, Mailman Ken, and I got a good one for y'all today. I'm here with my boy
Justin, the owner of Incrementum. It's nice to meet everyone.
Yes, sir. You ready for this?
Yes, sir. Always.
Let's get into it.
Yep.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Damn it. Redo that again.
Yep, come on.
Jesus Christ.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're
And I just want y'all to see you gotta see the whole design, man. The design crazy. Show the back one more time.
It's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Just do it again one more time. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Well, I'm here with my boy Justin today, man. And today is one of them days where, we really want to push the brand. We really trying to push any type of message we can get out there. And like I said, man, you've been knowing each other since I've been working at the gym, different type things like that. And I know, man, you're a great dude. And we've been talking about this. It's finally here. Let's get into it. So you more so is coming from a different, you could say, racial background than me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So this the Let It All Out podcast. I really like to ask up and down questions, straight up and down. So I really want to start with, first off, what it was like for somebody like you growing up, different type things like that. What type of different type complications you face coming into your life?
So I'll be straight up honest. So kind of a little bit about myself.
Mm-hmm.
My parents came from Belarus. It's a Russian-speaking country.
Mm-hmm.
So when they grew up, they were either middle class or a little bit lower than middle class. So they kind of, I guess you could say, been through the struggle more than I have myself. Because my entire life has kind of been more, I've been fortunate enough to where they've always provided for me. They pay for most of the things I needed growing up. So I guess the thing that, it's a double-edged sword for sure. You kind of, how can I put this? You get a lot of blessings when you come from a family that kind of has the money, everything's kind of paid for. However, at the same time, you kind of realize to yourself, like, what can I do for myself that my parents have already built kind of this empire themselves, to be honest. So I guess the biggest struggle for me at the time was figuring out, honestly, what I want to do with my life, because obviously I've always had the privilege, always had the fortunate background to where my parents can just kind of pay for most things. But now I'm kind of at the point in my life where I guess I'm in my middle 20s now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of figuring out what I want to do with my own life. And I think right now the biggest thing for me is honestly this brand. I've learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about other people as well, where their backgrounds come from. And at the end of the day, I feel like with this brand, I see a lot of momentum. I've seen a lot of people, honestly, face to face, kind of when they wear it, they feel very confident with themselves. And I love when people say Incrementum, even if I know it's a joke, they still say it just because they're supporting me.
Let me ask you. You said something powerful right there. You said even coming from the privilege, even coming from the ways of everything being paid for. Now I'm set on myself to find my own journey, my own path. let's talk about that a little bit more. How did those type of things make you feel that, okay, yes, my parents got it, but now what do I love to do? What do I like to do? Things like that. What can I do to help contribute to my family? How does those type things make you feel?
So it's funny you say that. A couple weeks ago, I was getting lunch with two buddies from actually Crunch Oakley, um, and they kind of just told me like, Justin, why are you so worried or stressed out about your future? Like they said that we understand that you want to make a living for yourself, you want to grow this brand more, but don't forget where your parents are already kind of built something for you. So why not just keep building up for the after them, after my parents, just take what they kind of gave me and just keep building it from there. I guess keep building the Milov empire, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I see it.
Okay, yeah, okay. I like that one because a lot of people wouldn't think of it that way. I know about pretty much. I never thought of that way. Like
Mhm.
coming from a family where like my parents didn't have as much. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of things that I didn't build, I more so than built it that I'm building for my kids.
Yep.
But I never thought about it in a way of okay, still having to have the children have their own identity and their
Yeah.
path because you understand that your parents built this from the things they love to do. You
Yep.
get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, what was that like for you finding your way and navigating your way to finding what you actually love to do?
So honestly, I didn't really knew what I wanted to do until it was after college. So I had a business degree, worked a couple jobs, still kind of felt not lost because that's kind of negative in my opinion. I mean, we've all been lost before, but I don't like using that word because I feel
Right.
like everyone's form of loss is just kind of them navigating throughout their own life, like looking at different paths and being like, where do I actually want to go?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I guess, to be honest, ever since I started Incrementum, I've been more kind of driven and focused and kind of more disciplined with myself to kind of know what I actually want to do, which is do this clothing brand, do this brand it's just in general, and kind of just change people's lives forever. Like I have a job right now. I'm an operations supervisor. But to be honest, like if I can keep growing Incrementum as well, who knows where I can take it? For all I know, it can go to the sky. So
Incremental.
that's kind of what I see right now. So
Perfect. Perfect. So incremental, where did the name, let's get into that. Where did the name come from? Where did you get the name from?
So last year around this time, actually, it's a little bit over the 1 year anniversary. I was in my
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Because I said that because I don't know if y'all know this out there. 90% of small businesses fail in the first year of their business. So if you can make it that first year, you can make it forever.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
So I was in my basement actually at this house, just looking at, I guess, different clothing brands. And there's a lot of great clothing brands, don't get me wrong, especially in the gym world. You know, you have your Gymshark, Young LA, Dark Sport, etc. But their names are cool. But for me, I was kind of sitting there, I'm like, why not just sort of brand that actually has a meaning when you wear it? So the word derives from Latin. It's growth in Latin.
Mhm.
And I think when people wear it, even if it's a simple logo, even if it's just this word, for example, you know the meaning behind it. So you're kind of representing what you want to do with your own life. So I went upstairs and I kind of explained everything, I guess, to my mom and my brother. And we were looking at for different words, different meanings. And my mom said, well, what about the word incrementum? So I searched it up, realized it meant growth, literally in Latin. And that's kind of how it took off. And at first, I just wanted it to be a brand. But then I also thought to myself, what's a good way to spread the brand, which would be physical products, so clothing, wristbands that you're wearing right now, eventually shorts, and we have hoodies coming up soon, new hoodies actually. These sold out quickly too. So it's good to see that as well. Like people were right onto it the second I drop it, showing that they actually care about their own lives as well. But that's kind of how Incrementum kind of started. Nothing too crazy of a story, just kind of woke up one day, realized these gym brands or the gym, I guess, culture itself is missing something, which is why not wear something that actually means something? So,
yeah. And let them know where they can find you at.
Oh, so yeah, if you look up at incrementum.shop, I'll say it again so you can cut that part.
Yep, you good.
So if you look up at incrementum.shop, if you look up on Instagram, incrementum.shop, it'll be one of the first things at the top. It'll have this logo as the profile picture. You just click on that and follow. That's all I need from you guys. And then on that website as well, not website, cut that part too. On the actual bio itself, there's a link that has my website for it, and you can just buy our products there, and even subscribe to the newsletters so you can get discounts. You can stay up to date with new drops, things like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So then, yeah, let's get into some more stuff. So when did you know exactly like the clothing brand was for you? Like when did you know this was exactly what you wanted to do? Far as like, all right, I'm gonna get these clothes out here. I'm gonna get wristbands out here, different things like that.
So it's all about kind of market research. You kind of figure out like how other brands started. So the brand mentality, for example, I watched the video with the CEO, and he kind of said at first he started with wristbands, so just spreading out organically, spread the word, and then eventually he got into print on demand. So what a print on demand means, people buy your products online, and then once you order it, it sends it to their, I guess, supplier / designer. They print out a t-shirt and they send it to you directly.
No.
So there's not like you don't have a limited amount of inventory. It's just kind of however many people order it. That's kind of like your inventory for print on demand. But other than that, I mean, I guess the color for the brand itself is black, because I feel like black goes with everything, and it's kind of like a power / you're on business type of color. So that's kind of how I started with that.
So for some young people that were out there that's probably want to start their clothing brand, what's some complications you would tell them they need to probably look out for, or they can avoid that when you first started that you probably ran into yourself?
I mean, honestly, the biggest thing is honestly forcing yourself to actually do it. Forcing yourself to actually do it. Forcing yourself to actually do it. A lot of people in this world, for example, you've probably heard it before. They'll tell you something they want to do. They'll keep telling you they say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and the next day, 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 and the next day.
Phone call, Mr. Plankton.
And the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
And it's like, why not just do it today? What is genuinely stopping you from doing it today? And growing up, I would tell my friends a lot of times, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to start this. I'm going to start that. I'm going to start a new lifting plan. I'm going to start a lifting business. I'm going to start a, workout selling plan business for X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And what ends up happening is when you tell other people, next day you don't do it. So you repeat the process again. And I think the hardest thing is starting something for a lot of people all the time. So another big thing would be do your research for sure. Understand what's selling, what not selling. So for example, when I made these new hoodie designs, I kind of looked at other gym brands, for example. I saw what they were doing, how they were designing their own hoodies, how they were marketing it themselves as well. And from there, I kind of had some influence with their designs, and I took it from there and kind of made it my own way. Obviously, there's some influence from them, because why not do things that they're already doing? Like, for example, Michael Jordan's great. Kobe kind of learned from him, and he made himself great.
Right.
You take what's already working, you apply it to yourself, and you'll have success with it as well. You take what's already working, you apply it to yourself, and you'll have success with it as well. You take what's already working, you apply it to yourself, and you'll have success with it as well. So
that's a great one. That's a great
Yeah.
one right there. Because a lot of people don't understand that. Because I tell myself all that in the investing world, like, so I tell myself tomorrow, but today is always better than tomorrow. You might not tomorrow, like you said, what's selling today might not be selling tomorrow. So you might hop on the wagon at the late wrong time. So far as all these clothes, and what you would feel like, what you think your best, your favorite, what you think your favorite out of all your designs you have made so far?
probably the one I'm wearing right now, because it has the pretty little feathers. It has the actual, logo itself in the back is just my favorite.
So, yeah.
I can show you guys again.
On the back.
It's been a while, but here it is.
Oh, okay then.
So this came out last year, I believe, this year. I think it was February, March time. And I literally walked into Crunch Oakley and I just dropped it down, and then people just started swarming for it. And that's probably one of the my favorite moments with the brand because it comes to show that people are excited for my drops.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was posting these polls on my Instagram, people were slide up, giving me recommendations. People were voting. People were saying I like this over that. People were asking me, when are you dropping it?
Mm-hmm.
And when I see that, it means not only am I doing something right, it shows that my brand has an impact on other people's lives as well. And that's very heartwarming for me. It comes to show that what I'm doing actually matters. And like I remember I posted a couple of days ago that this brand isn't for me. It's for you guys, to be honest with you. Like, I love seeing you guys being excited for my drops. I love that you guys are also changing your own lives as well when you wear it.
Yeah.
It's a big thing for me. So,
Yeah. You know, I wear my wristbands. That's why I was
Every day.
wondering, like, hold on, did I get new ones?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I wear my wristbands. And then
Yeah.
as far as I wanted to ask you that about this quote, because I love this quote right here. It says, steady growth, lasting impact. Where did you get that quote from right there?
So actually, I was talking to my buddy one time. He's very big into, I guess, marketing, sales, and everything like that. And I was just talking to him one day, and we kind of came up with a different quotes. And I was like, so incrementum means growth.
Mm-hmm.
And the brand's about kind of getting 1% better every day. So if you gradually get better with your own life, so 1% better every day, in the long term, which is lasting impact, things always work out better. Just do it again one more time. Hold on.
Yeah.
So if you gradually get better with your own life, so 1% better every day, in the long term, which is lasting impact, things always work out better.
That's great. That's a great one right there. So far as everything you've been through, far as the brand, the growth from start to finish, is it anything else you want to get out there? Anything else you want to say to people out there who's probably looking at you and want to be in your position, be in your shoes? Is there anything you want to say to them?
Oh, yeah, of course. First thing I like to say, all glory to God. To be honest, without him, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. I've tried all the things in the past, like other ways to kind of help myself, but I feel like the biggest thing for me was actually building a relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
And without him, to be honest, like I said, wouldn't be here today without him. Well, in a positive way. And the one thing that kind of I want you guys to kind of think about is when you go to the gym. This is the one thing I don't like about the gym culture. You see all over the internet, for example, all these people with these crazy physiques, with people on steroids. And my issue right now with the gym culture is, why compare yourself to others when you have a different body type? You're training differently. Some people are on steroids. Like a guy that's on steroids, that's my height, kind of like similar build, I just can't compete with them, for example. So why do I care about that?
Exactly.
And I think that's honestly another big reason why I started Incrementum, is because I was so tired of people having this body dysmorphia, just being like insecure by yourself. Like, why? God gave us our own body, our own mind, our own spirit, our own kind of life. And so why compare yourself to someone else that has a completely different life than you, completely different mindset than you, completely different body type than you? Like,
Exactly.
and I feel like with this brand, it's kind of helping with kind of getting past those insecurities and making you realize, like, you know what? Instead of me stressing about how I look compared to other people, let me actually like rethink my own life and see where I'm at currently in my own life and see if I can make a change forever.
Yeah. That's great. That's a great one right there. And like I said, man, I just love the whole thing around everything you're doing. It all speaks positivity. One more thing I wanted to ask you is, how did the gym incorporate inside all this? How did you use the gym to incorporate all
the
inside?
gym?
Yeah.
So I guess for me, the gym reflects kind of how you will act in your real life.
Mm-hmm.
I was lifting with a buddy one time earlier this week, and I told him, so we usually do leg press, for example, and we do like outer, what's it called? Like feet out and then feet in.
Oh yeah.
Each is 30 reps for one set. And there's some times where I get the 20 and I'm thinking to myself, I can't get 30. Like, this hurts. But I tell myself, if I can't push myself to get 30, or if I can't finish the set itself, how is that going to correlate and make me do better outside the gym? So that's kind of how I intertwine the brand and the gym together. Because you got to think, like, the way you work out, the way you act in the gym, and if people that are on their cell phones in between sets just sitting there scrolling through Instagram, that is a super pet peeve for me.
Right.
It's like you're in there for 1 to 2 hours of your day where it's all about you. It's all about getting better. And you're still going to check social media. You're still going to snap a person. You're still going to mindlessly scroll through Instagram for like what reason? Through TikTok. Like why? You're there to help yourself, not brain rot yourself or whatever that term is.
Uh-huh.
But it's like you're there to help, like I said, help yourself grow. And honestly, yeah. So,
I love that. I love that, man. Yes, sir, man. And you already know I appreciate you doing this with me, man. Growth is
Appreciate
the
you.
whole thing.
always.
And like I said, man, my boy be in that gym. I be in that gym. Next time I come at y'all, we gonna have a whole little gym rack going for us. And I just want y'all to see gotta see the whole design, man. The design crazy. Show them the back one more time. And tell them where they can find everything at one more time.
At incrementum .shop on Instagram, you go to the web. I can send you. Damn it, redo that again.
Yeah, come on.
Jesus Christ, I can't
Go
talk.
ahead, freeze it.
To a deluxe apartment